Hello again guys, welcome back to another Big Al Devlin video here at the House of Devlin. Thank you very much for tuning in, and today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be continuing our series that we've had on here for a little while called The Drink of the Gods. Now some of you may not actually realise what this series is about if you've not seen it before, but you probably can guess from the name what it's about. The Drink of the Gods. Basically what I do is I go out and I get a variety of new meads that I've not had before, I taste them, review, and then give my feedback to you. I'm not a poet, and you can probably tell, right? But anyway, today what I'm going to be doing, I'm actually going to be filming 4 videos for you today. I'm going to be releasing them over the week. But I'm going to be reviewing these 4 meads that you see behind me. Each one of them is a little bit different to one another, and of course I'll be giving my full review in each video. Now, these meads were given to me very graciously. I mean, someone who gives you free mead, right? That's a friend for certain, right? And it was given to me by a company called the Mead Boutique. Okay, you'll see their name and their website across the screen right now. It'll be popping up, but if you want to get their full details and copy and paste it because you don't want to type it out or whatever, then if you click on the description of the video beneath here, where my fingers are now, should be roughly where the arrow is, you'll get a full literature of their website and their Instagram accounts. But their website is themeadboutique.com and their Instagram account is @themeadboutique. Okay, at being the squiggly A. Now, just to try and hook you in to visiting the site, what they've done is they've given a very special offer to any of the viewers here on this channel. And basically, when you go to their site, if you want to purchase anything, it doesn't have to be any of these 4 meads, it could be something else that I've not reviewed. Go onto their site and put in the code House of Devlin, and you'll get 10% off your order. Now that's a bargain, I've got to say that for sure. Right, enough of that spiel, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get into drinking the meads now, and I'm not going to give you that rhyme again, don't worry. I'm going to give you my reviews and feedback on each one of them. Okay, so this is where the fun bit starts. So the mead that I'm going to be looking at and enjoying in this video is a mead called the Boozy Bees, or Boozy Bees actually. I don't know why I put the word "the" in everything, but there we go, Boozy Bees. Okay, so just take a little look at that bottle to get your first initial impressions, as I am also. I actually really like the way this looks. I know the appearance can be deceiving, right? But at the end of the day, if the company who makes it are willing to put effort in the outside of the bottle, then you can almost guarantee that they're going to put effort into the inside of the bottle also. So I do like the way this is presented. It's kind of got almost a retro look with the brown glass, and the label is actually made out, it feels really nice and expensive, but it's made out of kind of a brown, almost paper-like label, and I like it. It's got a kind of retro feel to it. And this is the really interesting thing that excites me when I look at this actually, is that this mead, and I didn't know you could get mead like this, is a sparkling mead. Now it makes sense, doesn't it? If you think about it, mead is honeyed wine. That's not honeyed wine. Wine that's given a honey taste. It is honey wine made out of honey rather than grapes essentially. So it is a form of wine in some respects, mead. And so of course you do get sparkling wines, don't you? And you get champagne and stuff like this. So it makes sense to be able to get a sparkling mead. I've never thought of it before, but it's a really cool idea, because what I get when I look at this bottle and when I look at the sort of description and stuff, is that it just looks like a mead that I want to drink on a hot summer's day, when I'm out in a beer garden or out in my own back garden, sun on me, just drinking this down, having about 6, 8 or whatever, however many you want, in a nice ice bucket next year, and it kind of got that feel to it. Now of course, when I taste it, you may feel something else, but looking at it, this is what the impression I get, because 1, it's sparkling, and 2, it's 4.5% alcoholic content, so it's a drink that you can keep drinking and drink slowly over the day and get tipsy but not get kind of ill by drinking too much. So it's got a real nice, as I say, kind of drink me and drink me a lot kind of feel to it. But of course, the most important thing is, what do the contents say? So let's crack this baby open and then let's have a taste. I'm going to use a bottle opener. I've not had to do that for a while. Most of the meads I have, I must admit, are kind of corked, but of course, this being sparkling, oh, there we go. Okay, maybe different. Okay, so immediate sort of impressions. Obviously, I can't really tell you the colour because it is brown glass and the clarity and stuff, but it appears, if I hold it up to the light, it looks more cloudy, okay, than clear. It gives me almost that kind of feel of Scrumpy Jack, you know, the cider. It kind of got that kind of Scrumpy Jack look to it, but again, I can't really tell you that for certain because of the glass. But as soon as I opened up that bottle, and as soon as I smelt it, the smell was very evident straight away, and it's a nice thing to have. That first initial impression, it gave me the smell of ale, really. It had an almost hopsy kind of feel to it, ale, beer, whatever, that kind of thing. So it's definitely an interesting smell. Something I've not smelled on any kind of other mead before that I've personally tasted. Obviously, there's a lot of meads out there I haven't tasted, but this part of this video series is me tracking down every one and having a bit of fun. But so far, Boozy Bees definitely has that impression of, you know, kind of, as I say, an ale. Okay? Now, the next thing, of course, is to taste it. Okay? Well, okay. Obviously, what I tend to do on these videos, I give you my initial tasting impressions, and then I kind of then drink a little bit more, and then usually a little bit more in one of my drinking horns. Okay. Now, that when I drink that, I actually, if you gave me that mead and didn't tell me it was mead, I would actually think it's ale. But because I don't really like ale normally, if I'm honest with you. Everyone's got a different preference, right? It doesn't mean it's good or bad, just everyone has their own different tastes. But I've had enough in my time, obviously, we all have, haven't we? You've got to experiment, especially when you're younger. But when I taste that, that is definitely got that kind of light, very light ale, pale ale sort of taste to it. I was right, it is very light and very much sort of encouraging you to drink it, as I say, on a hot summer's day, or just when you want to relax and chill on the sofa and just have a few bottles to yourself and not get totally drunk, because yeah, the alcoholic content, I can't really taste the alcohol. I've just got that kind of almost kind of hopsy taste, as I say, of ales. The aftertaste is still there. It's very subtle, very mellow, very sort of prolonged, but not overbearing. And unlike ale, as I say, I don't normally like ale. I'm not the kind of guy normally to go out and drink a lager in the back and stuff like this, or anything along those lines. But this, I must admit, I'm actually holding back. I want to try some more, because I've always been envious of people who have, you know, like a bottle of ale, a bottle of beer, whatever, in the sun, in a beer garden. I see them, I'm like, oh, I'd love to have a drink like that. It looks so delicious, you know, a nice cold beer or ale or whatever. It looks so delicious on a hot sunny day. But that I can handle. That is actually palatable. It makes that ale-like feel palatable, because of course I like mead. And there is a mead-like taste to it, in the sense that there is a mild honey taste to it. But the taste, I'm going to drink again just to give you a more accurate description. But as I say, my overall impression was, wow, I'm drinking an ale, okay? But I'm not getting that kind of sickliness that I sometimes get with those kind of things. So I'm looking down the bottle as I drink it, and you get that kind of frothiness at the top, you know, like you would normally expect from a drink like that. God, that goes down a tree. That is very, very palatable. That is a drink that leaves you wanting more. I'll tell you that for nothing. That is a drink which I'm going to enjoy very much. I'm going to finish that tonight. That's a stonking good drink. I'm actually struggling to kind of give you whether it's a medium sweet, dry. I mean, it's definitely not sweet. I've never had a mead like it. And that's a good thing. And as a good thing, I mean, I'm complimenting it. I've had some really good meads, don't get me wrong, but it's actually completely different. It kind of stands out in comparison to the other meads that I have, because it is so different. Partly because it's sparkling, so it's got a different texture in the mouth, you know, with the bubbles kind of popping and all the rest of it. But it also has that very smooth consistency that you do get with a lot of meads. It's very smooth, very easy on the tongue and the palate overall. There is a honey aftertaste, yeah, I can taste the honey in there, but it's very subtle. And for a lot of people, I was talking to someone today, my tattoo artist actually, who's very much into the whiskies and stuff, trying to get him into, drinking a bit of mead with me one day. And he was like, he was worried about mead being, he's had it before in the past, being overly sweet, not everyone has a sweet tooth like me, right? But, obviously I told him they do dry meads, but that would be the perfect mead to start him on. If you're someone who doesn't really have a sweet tooth, but is looking for maybe something a little bit different to your normal standard ales and stuff like that out there, this is the drink to go for. And I don't normally have a third drink, but hey, there we go. That shows you how much I'm enjoying it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get my drinking horn and we'll have a taste out of that, because I always feel that mead is sometimes, this may be a little bit different, it may be nicer out of the bottle, because I feel it's got to be kind of drank cold and kind of out of the glass, a bit like, as I say, that scenario drinking outside out of a nice bucket in Orissa. But I will do it like I've done all my other meads, to be fair. I'll drink it out of my horn, because I do feel that mead often, or at least very traditional mead, should be drinking out of a drinking horn, because not only does it look cool, but it actually does add an extra element to the taste and the texture. Very fine change, but it does add a little bit of a subtlety. Just like drinking English tea out of bone china, it's supposed to be better than drinking out of a mug or glass or whatever. That aftertaste is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And it's not that, I love the honey aftertaste of traditional meads, it's not that. It does have the taste of, as I say, of a kind of an ale, but it's very subtle and, as I say, very mild. And for me, that's perfect. I'm going to be having some more of this. I don't know if you guys will be using the code to get some 10% off your order from the Mead Boutique, but I tell you what, I will be. I'm going to have a few bottles of this. Right, so, I don't know if you can see that. No, you can't. Right, so it's basically very frothy, okay? It's very frothy, just like you kind of expect from a beer or something along those lines. It's got a real froth to it, obviously from me pouring it into the horn. But let's have a go, let's taste it. Taste the mead. Excuse me. Sign that you're enjoying it. So, taste-wise, almost identical between the bottle and the horn. Superior in the bottle. So this is great for people who don't want to go out and get a drinking horn. Okay, the horn really doesn't boost the taste of this. I kind of regret wasting that in the horn, to be honest. It tasted the same, but what happened was, because it frothed up, because I poured it down into quite a big horn. Maybe a small horn would work, a big horn like that. Nah, don't do it, guys, because it kind of ruins the texture a little bit. You get kind of a bit too much head, if you know what I mean, on the drink. So it's definitely a drink to drink out of the bottle. That's a good thing, right? Just makes it easier to drink. And as I say, this is 100% a drink that you would want to have more of, as you can tell. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. So definitely, guys, if you want to have a nice, light, easy mead that is similar to ale, maybe as a kind of a starter to get you into mead. So kind of if you're used to drinking ale or anything along those lines and you want to move into mead, then this is a great kind of transitional element. And if you're drinking mead and you just feel like something a bit lighter, a bit more kind of almost generic, if you know what I mean, like ale kind of is more common than mead, then again, it's another great drink. And if you just like mead or just like a nice drink every now and then, it's great for anyone, basically. This is a really top quality drink. People who put it together really, really well, and I can't stress that enough. So guys, if you like the idea of getting yourself some Boozy Bees, or any of the other meads that I'll be reviewing, you may, I don't know which order you watch these videos, then definitely go and visit themeadboutique.com, and again, you can go and visit their Instagram also to get a better idea on what they might supply, but the site's a primary place to go. And if you do purchase anything, remember the code House of Devlin, it's in the description below, so just copy and paste it into wherever you put the code on the site, and that'll get you a 10% off discount, especially for you viewers. That's how much I love you. Well, me, it was the guys who own the company who thought of it. It was a great idea. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to go enjoy this a bit more, and I'm also going to sample the other three. So tonight's going to be a very fun night. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you soon.